Very good morning to everybody. Today we will discuss about target and focus of the HCI. So in this after this lecture, you will be able to know which is the focus area of HCI and where the HCI can be visible. In the real scenario, we will discuss about the Moore law. The law is proposed by David Moore, an Intel researcher at the year of 1967. Then we will discuss about some future scenario, that is an abstract concept, namely complement, that is the proposed by Mark Minasi, that is an future idea. So Moore law says that number of transistors on a microchip double every 2 years, though the cost and computer is half. That means in every 2 years the number of microchip will be double and cost will be reduced. So the computing ability will be increased exponentially, whereas size will be reduced and as well as cost also reduced. Okay, so that is the Moore law. So in generally what happened whenever the any device is speed is increased and cost also increased, but it is a in this scenario, in the case of computer ability, in the case of computer, the people are designing computer different technology, new technology so fast that it will be reduced, the ultimate cost will be reduced and speed and size of the computer will be enhanced. But computer is designed for human use. Computer ability will be increased, but human ability is not increased. Human ability almost a straight line curve. Okay, human ability is not so much enhanced as compared to computing ability. Okay, so that is a concept called complement. This concept is proposed by Mark Muncy. Okay, this concept is shown that human and computer is very much similar. So computer is built up with CPU and memory. The main processing unit is CPU, and human brain is, you can consider as a CPU, and whatever things we need to remember, that will store into the memory, and that is human brain. So human brain act as a CPU and memory of a computer. Then human can communicate through uh, different sensor, like eye is human perceivable sensor. Whatever you need to perceive, you will be perceived from the eye. Communication signal you can receive from the ear, and you can taste the smell from the your nose. Okay, so that is work as a sensor, and it is comparison as an input unit for the computers. How do you put the input into the computer? Through some mouse, through some keyboard. Okay, so similarly in the case of human, how you get the input? Okay, by seeing anything, by listening anything. Okay, by taking the smell. Okay, so through eyes, ear, or nose you take the input. Okay, and in computer how you see the output? Through some desktop. Okay, through some printable output. Okay, so that means in the case of human, you can give your output through speech. Okay, then there are several mechanical parts. Okay, that are the motor parts. Okay, like your hand, you can move your hand, you can move your legs. Okay, so through movement of the motor parts, you can go one area to another area. Similarly, through internet, your data can be sent through one area to another area. So that is also comparable to your motor devices. Okay, and computer will be made up with IT. Okay, and AI. Okay, and human also having some level of intelligence. Okay, computer having artificial intelligence, human have natural intelligence. Okay, so from this concept, okay, the complement concept, It is, this concept is given to show that human and computer are closely related, and you have to design the computer towards the human. It should be human centric. So this is the idea. Okay. So processing speed. So you have to design a device like computer which having processing speed of computer, which having the memory capability of computers, and which must include the human factors. Okay, human factors like mind, mood, emotion, perception, cognition, psychological things you have to include into your computer. You have to include that things artificially in your computer. Nowadays, if you not consider the human things, then your computer will having only processing speed and memory. Okay, and if you want to make a computer, it will be very much usable. Then you have to include the human factors. Okay, that computer and human both have to interact in human level. Okay, that they can, you have to design in such a way that whatever the user thinking and your computer or computer output is the same way. Okay, in which way people are generally put their gesture in the gesture recognition system, that will be in that way. Okay, if you design a interface through natural language processing, then it should, you should take the input from the human natural language. Okay, suppose I am speaking something and that thing is inputted into the computer, so that will be very helpful for user friendliness. So so far computing speed concern, we have achieved enough. Okay, we have built a very good technology in hardware perspectives. Okay, but we have to work on gesture recognitions, natural language processing, speech processing, interface designing, human centric design, all that area we have to. Nowadays we are basically concentrating on all this area. Okay, nowadays you will find out that, okay, even if Google also supports speech based search. Okay, they are supporting speech recognition. So we have to speak something and that thing is searched by the Google search engine. Okay, then your mobile device supporting gesture based. Mobile device is fully designed gesture based. Okay, nowadays, previously what happened? Previously, the black and white screen was there. Okay, you have to press the keys lot of times. Nowadays, you have to press the key very less number of times. Okay, suppose you want to swipe one screen to another screen, then you have to use one right hand gestures. Okay, that using that things, suppose naturally I am swiping uh, uh, whatever the way, and we have included that gesture also. Okay, then we have designed the interface. Okay, suppose mobile interface also designed for supporting local languages. Okay, that it will be easy to use by the people who are unable, who don't have any proficiency in English language, so they can be used in the mobile. Okay, similarly if you see the mobile device, they are very much use icon based interactions. Okay, there are lot of icons in your mobile phone. So that icon are basically express whatever the things. Okay, so whatever the whenever you are going to design any good kind of interface, you have to rely on text. You have to rely on text as well as picture or icon lot of time express lot of things. Okay, so in that way you have to go with. Okay, and it is should be told that in the case of human computer interactions, computer is not only the desktop or workstations. It can be mobile device, it can be any kind of embedded device. Okay, so what is the target of HCI? Okay, so what we are going to achieve through HCI? We will going to increase the usefulness of computer. Here the computer is basically computing device. It should be very much user friendly. That user can be easily use these things, and after using the things they are getting their satisfactions. Okay, uh, and we have to design the interface in such a way that it will reduce the error rate. How it is reduce the error rate? If the device if the interface is so intelligent that they are understand whatever human thinking, then the interface may be adaptive. Okay, and they may be adaptive, and through the adaptation it may reduce the error rate. Okay. And ultimately, if it is a usable, if it is a user friendliness, error rate is less, and it will be enhance the user satisfactions. So ultimately, design have to be human centric. Okay, whatever the people are thinking, you have to design in such a way that it can be very easily to use. So the focus area of the human computer interactions, you have to find out the interaction designs. Okay, there are different kind of interaction design, like in your computer you can use the mouse based interaction. Okay, then you can use some natural language based interaction, speech recognition. Okay, you can use some gesture based interactions. So there are different kind of interactions are available, and you have to use the interaction for your device, for your interface, whatever, which one will be more suitable for you, that things you have to use. Okay, then you have to design the interface development. Okay, that how the interface will be look like. Okay, what look should be appealing, that things you have to find out. And moreover, you have to design the interface in such a way that it will people can able to work on that interface with minimum number of mouse click, or maybe minimum number of mouse movement. Okay, or minimum number of key press. So it should be efficient design. Okay, and you have to go with the usability evaluations. So you have designed an interface, then you have to find out how the interface is usable. So for that, you have to go for the usability testing. You have to identify the usability parameter, and you have to test on that parameter how the things is working. And moreover, you have to know the methodologies. Without knowing the computing algorithms and designing all that things, you are not able to do. So basically, you have to have a very good knowledge in computers, programming algorithms perspective, as well as you have to know the new things like interface design. Okay, you have to know the interaction designs. So what kind of interaction you are going to use. After designing, at the last stage, you have to go for the usability testing. Okay, from the usability testing, you have to find out whether any lag on your interface design or not. If you find out some problem is there, okay, some inefficiency is there, then you have to redesign the things. So HCI is a multidisciplinary field. Okay, it's obviously you have a very good knowledge on computer science. Computer science is the main field for the HCI. So computer science along with electronics, electrical, IT. Then in the human perspective, you have to know cognitive and behavioral science, social science, human factors. Then you have to know the empirical studies. Okay, interface device development, graphics design. Okay, all that things you have to know. Okay, basically, previously, like 1950 or 1960, we are not at all concentrating on the graphical design. Nowadays you will find out any kind of operating system, whatever came, they are very much rely on the GUI, graphical user interface. Okay, and in the GUI containing lot of icons. Okay, lot of pictures. Okay, and that icon should be resemble. Okay, in the uh, human, concentrating in the human behavior and behavioral science. Okay, so the icon should be very much close to the physical object. Okay, the icon of the recycle bin should be very much similar with the dustbin. Okay, so without knowing anything, you able to know. Okay, if you, maybe you may not have any knowledge in computer, but if I show the icon of the recycle bin, you able to know that it is a quite similar with the dustbin. So we can use, we can delete, we can delete the item in the recycle bin. Okay, as garbage should be wasted into the dustbin, the similar way computing garbage should be, we can put into the recycle bin. So similar way, so file icons, okay, should be very much similar to the physical files. Okay, so the So the things is that for knowing all that things, how it will be similar to the physical object, you have to know the social science and you have to know the human factor, cognitive science. Okay, without knowing that things, okay, it is difficult to do that things. Okay, so basically whenever you have to designing any interface, any kind of interaction design, obviously you have a mastery on the computer science field. Okay, programming and all that things. Okay, but if you don't know the social aspects, then you're not able to design very good way. Okay, you may be able to design technically that things will be working, but that things will be, suppose in the case of recycle bin icons, if I use a different kind of icons, okay, then it will be not very good. Okay, uh, suppose yeah, your interface having very less number of icons, mostly you are writing, you use the text form, then what happened, people who are going to use, they are not very much literate maybe. Okay, they are not able to understand the English text. Okay, so people have to read lot of things. Okay, so ultimately they will maybe bore with your interface. Okay, but instead of text, if I use any kind of audio, video, okay, multimedia effect, okay, any graphic design, then what it will be happen, it will quickly find out the things. Okay, if I able to quickly find out and if I able to compose my work quickly, then the I will going to use the particular interface. Okay, so that is the things. So for further reading, you can go with the ACM SIGDIVE web page or Alan Dick's book. Any kind of query, you can mail me with my mail ID, that is somallo.ghosh@galgoteuniversity.edu.in. Thank you for listening my